Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Huddle. And today we're going over week 7. And we're coming back for our week 8 recap or week 8 predictions.
Yeah.
And we started off with the Saints playing the Cardinals Thursday night. High scoring game. The Cardinals came out on top. Dalton looked good, but he turned the ball over a lot, which ended up being the downfall of the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much to say about these games. These two teams are pretty even. They had the same record coming into this game, and the Cardinals just came out on top.
Yeah, D-Hop really looked like a star out there ever since his return from his injury. I mean, this was his first game since his return from the injury, and he really just looked good.
Then an AFC North matchup, Browns playing the Ravens, which the Ravens can come out on top. And this one went down to the wire, if you saw. They won by 3, and the Browns in the end just couldn't get down the field and win the game.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens had a field goal in the end to win it all, and I mean, that's what got them the win. Lamar Jackson honestly didn't even do that well. He only had 120 yards. The Ravens, I mean, aren't doing as good as we thought they would going into the season.
Yeah, really interesting game, really close matchup. Ultimately, the Browns came out on top, and we really saw Nick Chubb do good.
Then we had the Buccaneers playing the Panthers. And, I mean, I don't think anyone expected this, but the Panthers kind of just owned the Bucs in this game. The Bucs just got to get it together, like Mike Williams dropping passes. That can't happen.
To be honest, this game is really embarrassing for the Bucs. 21-3 against the Panthers. This was only the Panthers' second win, and I mean the Bucs. I don't know what's happening with them. I really thought that they would be doing better than they have been this year, but I mean they really are just sucking.
Yeah, the Bucs have not been having the best season. I feel like going into this, we thought that they would be pretty good, but Tom Brady, he just has a lot of pressure on him. I feel like. I mean, yeah, he's like 40-something years old, and he's in the NFL. He's like double the age of half these kids. And, anyways, Panthers quarterback P.J. Walker, he did really good. 2 touchdowns, 177 yards of passing, and 5 big-time throws. So that was a good game.
Yeah. And then we had the Bengals playing the Falcons, in which the Bengals came out on top. I mean, it just looks like right now no one can stop Joe Burrow, as he had an incredible stat line, throwing for almost 500 yards. And, I mean, wow! What a big win for the Bengals. Hooday!
Yeah, I mean Joe Burrow had 40 fantasy points this week. I had him on both of my leagues, so definitely a win there. This game, I mean, I thought it would be a little bit closer than it was. I knew the Bengals would win, but I thought it would become a little bit closer. But the Bengals really just didn't give the Falcons a chance.
Yeah, this was a really interesting game. I feel like going into this, a lot of people thought it would be close with the Falcons kind of doing good these past couple weeks. The Bengals, they really just lit them up like a piece of paper. So Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, we really just saw the dynamic duo come alive. Joe Burrow, 482 yards, very good. And the Falcons really just got a punch to the nose. Especially, that's what they deserved after what the Falcons media team was doing before the game. I mean, they were doing a lot of trash talking on Twitter.
Then we had the Lions playing the Cowboys. As a Lions fan myself, come on! We need to win! We were right there. And then the second half, we just turning the ball over. I mean, gosh, we got to do better. Got to do better.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Cowboys have the quarterback dynamic duo. They have Cooper Rush and they have Dak Prescott back now. I mean, sad to see Cooper Rush go. He carried he's not gone, but you get the point. It was doing pretty good for the Cowboys, but with Dak back, still another win for the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Lions, maybe if you're a Lions fan, like, Ryan, you may have thought they had a chance against Dak Prescott in the first half, but then the Cowboys really came back, scoring 7 in the third and 14 in the fourth, while Lions scoring 0 in both. 6-24 was the score, and Dak Prescott came alive. He really showed that he can put up like Cooper Rush can, and 207 yards and a touchdown. Good game for the Cowboys.
Yep. Then the Giants took on Jacksonville, in which the Giants would win. This game, they were just fueled by the rushing ability of Saquon and Daniel Jones, getting them the win. And I mean, to just put it plain and simple, the Giants this year, they're a scrappy team that you gotta be aware of in the NFC.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the season, I just thought the Giants were going to kind of be like they always have been, but the Giants are definitely a top team now. Obviously, this game was against a team like the Jaguars, so I expected the Giants to take a win here. But they're 6-1 right now, and they're doing really well so far.
Yeah, we really saw that Saquon Barkley is one of those top dogs. 110 yards. And, the Giants are really just a good team this year. We haven't really seen the Giants be a good team since, they had Odell Beckham Jr., but Darius Williams on Jaguars defense, he did really good. He just signed with the Jaguars in free agency, but he was probably the best defender on the Jaguars. So, good game for both teams. Giants came out on top.
Then the Packers played the Commanders. This one came down to the wire. And, I mean, Taylor Heineke, he's just a special guy, leading the Commanders to the win. And I was watching that game, and for a second there, I thought that the Packers had a chance with the laterals, maybe getting in the end zone, but no, they did not.
Yeah, that last play was very interesting. But, I mean, the Packers, man, I don't know what to say about them, honestly. I mean, they have some decent players, but they're not doing too hot this season. The Commanders came out on top by 2 points. So, really, it was a close game. But I feel like they need to get some better plays together.
Yeah, Commanders 23, Packers 21. This one went down to the wire. I don't feel like a lot of people saw this coming. I mean, the Packers have always been an elite team, and the Commanders, Taylor Heineke, he really popped off 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. Even though he had one interception, he still had a better game than the Packers offense.
Then the Colts took on Tennessee. And, this was a low-scoring game, really, if you look at it. There was lots of field goals attempted and made for the Titans, as that's where the majority of their points came from, and ended up getting them the win, as the Titans now are 4-2, and they're coming back on the rise.
I don't know about Ryan's statement about how they're coming back on the rise. They're definitely not a horrible team this year, but I don't think that we will be seeing some huge things from the Titans. Overall, I think this game could have gone either way. Tennessee won with mostly field goals, so.
Yeah, really, both Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry had similar stat lines. Ryan Tannehill going 132 yards and Derrick Henry going 128. Kind of an interesting thing to see that. They really balanced out the run game and the pass game. But on the Colts, Matt Ryan, he did a lot of what I like to call panic passing, just like quick passes when he's getting rushed by the Titans defense. And it was kind of obvious to see that game that the Colts were the better team. The Titans were the better team.
Yep, and then the Raiders took on the Texans, in which the Raiders just dominated this game, winning 38-20. It wasn't really, the Texans, they had a lead until the Raiders just said no. And they scored 21 in the fourth quarter, all behind Josh Jacobs' legs that led them to win. It wasn't really a game after the fourth.
Yeah, I wasn't really scared watching this game. The Texans always find a way to throw the games. And even though the Raiders aren't that good, the Texans always seem to have a way to throw themselves under the bus and just find a way to throw the game.
Yeah, the Raiders, 21 points in the fourth quarter. They really secured their dub there, I would say. Because, in fact, the Texans kind of outmatched them in the first three quarters. But, yeah, 20 to 38 Raiders, and Texans are now 1-4-1. Raiders are now 2-4.
Yeah, the Raiders needed that. Then the Jets played the Broncos, in which the Jets came out on top, and they were kind of fueled by the Brees Hall touchdown, but Brees Hall, he tore his ACL. Man, that's gonna kill the Jets, but they still got the win.
Yeah, sad day for the Jets. Brees Hall was he was a rookie, and he was definitely he was one of the top reasons the Jets were doing good this year, and he was definitely one of my favorite players, and I definitely think that he would have won Rookie of the Year. Brees Hall, sad to see him go out, and he probably won't be back for a while.
I hate to say it, but the Jets are a top tier team this year. I mean, I feel like the Jets have always kind of been the meme of the NFL. They've always been like that one trash team that never gets any wins. But, going 5-2 already, and they played some pretty good teams. And yeah, they just really showed themselves this game and showed, even though they played the stupid Broncos, so they're so stupid, they still did good.
Yup. And then the Chiefs played the Niners. Not really much put to this game other than the Chiefs kind of just dominated the whole way through. The Niners look solid, but it was just the game for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can say. Obviously, coming into this, I was betting for the Chiefs, the Niners. They've lost to some interesting teams this season, so, I mean, obviously the Chiefs are going to come out on top.
Yeah. The Niners defense is like, never mind. I mean, they can't really put up against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a good team. Juju Smith-Schuster, the TikTok guy himself, he really did good this game. All 7 of his targets, 124 receiving yards, 1 touchdown and 5 first downs. He really just carried the offense. Him and Patrick Mahomes came alive. Clyde Edwards-Helaire looks really good too.
And then Seattle played the Chargers. This one was all Seattle the whole way through. Kenneth Walker, to just put it plain and simple, he's probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He is an absolute man-child, putting up 168 yards and 2 touchdowns on the game. Dog.
I agree with what Ryan said now. I think that if Brees Hall wouldn't have gone out, he would have won Rookie of the Year, but I think that's going to go to Kenneth Walker now. He's an absolute beast for the Seahawks. Seahawks pretty much just dominated the Chargers. I mean, it wasn't – there's not much to say about this game.
Yeah, Geno Smith was definitely the better quarterback in this one. 7 of 11, 118 yards and 2 scores on passes thrown 10 or more yards downfield. And I read that off a script.
Yeah, Steelers played the Dolphins Sunday night. Kind of a boring game as no points were scored in the third and fourth, but Dolphins came out on top 16-10.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I knew that coming into this game that the Dolphins would win. I didn't know how close this game was going to be, honestly. I didn't think it would be this close. The Steelers put up a decent fight against the Dolphins. The Dolphins won by a touchdown, pretty much. Well, actually, no, they won by – forget what I said. Anyways, though, Tua came back this game, and we kind of started to see what he was before he left.
Yeah, Tua really came back after his injury from Cincinnati, and yeah, it was really just. I mean, there's not much to say other than the Dolphins are the better team. 16-10, and it was just a really good game.
Yeah, and to close it out, the Bears played the Patriots, and for a second there, the Patriots showed signs of life with Bailey Zappi coming in, but I guess all that just kind of went down the drain as he threw 2 picks. But I mean, I still think at the moment he might be better than Mac Jones, with Mac Jones fresh off his injury, and the Bears the Bears just thrashed the Patriots, really.
Coming in this game, I knew the Bears would win. I didn't never have any doubt on the Bears here. The Patriots, I just don't know what's going on with the Patriots. But I knew going into this game that the Bears would win. I had faith in Justin Fields. I said that they needed to learn how to play Justin Fields. I said that in our predictions last week. I said if they learned how to play Justin Fields, then they would win this game, and that's exactly what they did. They had 10 in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter, and then had 6 in the third and 7 in the fourth. I mean, honestly, they dominated this game against the Patriots, and that's because they learned how to play Justin Fields.
Yeah. How did I say it like that? Hold on. All right, so the Bears, they really just annihilated the Patriots. Because the Bears won 33-14. Now, if you do that math, how much did the Patriots lose by? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's difficult. Just kidding. You subtract the 4 from the 33 to get 29, and then you subtract the 10, which is 19. They lost by 19 points. Whew. What a game. Justin Fields really did good.
I'd just like to make a point here that I think that this season is kind of like an interesting season. We don't have any teams that are super good.
Except for the Bills.
The Bills, even then, though. I mean, we have a balanced league pretty much for the first time in a while. I think we have multiple top contenders, and the Super Bowl this year will be very interesting.
And that's it for the recap. We got a special guest, his first time on the show, Crew Gibson. And hopefully he can do better than his buddy Presley, because that was an embarrassment. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. But the Ravens play the Buccaneers. After that abomination of a game from the Buccaneers, I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm going to take the Ravens as well. Yeah, the Bucs suck. I'm taking the Ravens.
I'm going to say the Bucs suck. They just had a bad game, but I'm still taking the Ravens.
I'm taking the Bucs. The Ravens are too inconsistent to beat the Bucs.
Then the Broncos play the Jaguars. I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like this is kind of a toss-up either way, but I'm just going to take the Jaguars.
Now, I know I've talked about bad games, but this could easily be the worst game of the entire season because both of these teams suck. But I'm going to take the Broncos.
That was loud. Broncos country. Let's ride, Crew.
Dog what?
Broncos.
Then we had the Dolphins playing the Lions. Let's be honest, the Lions suck. Dolphins are winning.
That's the first time I've ever heard Ryan admit that. But the Dolphins are winning.
Yeah, for sure Dolphins with Tua and Tyreek, the 2 T's, and they're going to come alive.
No doubt about it, the Dolphins.
Then the Panthers play the Falcons. I mean, this game is just it's just a weird game, but I think I'm gonna take the Falcons after the Panthers traded Christian McCaffrey. I just don't think they're gonna be able to win.
I'm gonna take the Falcons here, even though the Panthers just beat the Bucks 21-3. I think I gotta go with the Falcons here. The Panthers really suck, and I think that was a one-hit wonder with the Bucks.
I'm taking Panthers.
Oh my god, dog.
I'm going Falcons. The Panthers don't really have any weapons.
Then we have the Cardinals playing the Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings coming off a bye week.
Yeah, with Vikings off their bye week, the Cardinals, I think this will be a close game. I think I'm going to take Vikings here. I just think that's the better option.
Shut up. Gosh.
Terrible.
I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking Cardinals.
It's gone.
Then the Bears play the Cowboys. Sheesh, taking the Cowboys.
I'm going to take the Cowboys here as well. The Bears, I mean, they just came off of a monstrous win against the Patriots. But, actually, that's not that big of a feat. The Patriots suck. But, I'm going to take the Cowboys still.
Cowboys.
Then we had the Raiders taking on the Saints. This one is it's just going to be awful. Because both of these teams, they're just weird. But in the end, I'm going to take the Raiders. If they can get on a little run here, they're going to be good.
Both of these teams are mid. I'm going to take Saints here.
I'm taking the Raiders on National Candy Corn Day.
Dog, what?
I'm gonna take the Raiders. Yeah.
I'm taking Raiders. Jameis Winston throws a lot of picks. Andy Dalton throws a lot of picks. They just suck.
Then we have the Steelers playing the Eagles. Now, let's be honest. The Eagles are undefeated, and there's a reason for that. They're going to stay undefeated by bludgeoning the Steelers.
Should be an easy game for the Eagles here. They're the only undefeated team left in the league, and they're playing the Steelers, easily one of the worst teams in the league, so no brainer here, Eagles.
Eagles coming off a bye week. But I'm taking the Steelers. I'm just kidding. I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm taking the underdog. I'm taking the Steelers.
Oh, I should have done it. I should have done it.
Patriots, Jets. Now that the Jets lost Breece Hall, man, it's gonna be bad.
The Patriots.
You know what? I'm taking the Patriots because of Bill Belichick and Bailey Zappi.
Ryan, you are absolutely wrong. The Patriots suck. All right, even though the Jets have. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's.
Even though the Jets have lost Breece Hall, there's no way they're losing to the Patriots. I'm taking the Jets here.
I got James Robinson.
Shut up. I'm taking the Patriots.
Jets lost Breece Hall, but they got James Robinson. I'm taking Jets.
Yeah, they do have James Robinson, who's an absolute bomb. The Titans play the Texans.
That's wild.
I mean, this is practically a.
Fight, dog. Dog. Stop, dog. Hey, dog. You don't want to do this shit. Sit your ass back down in the chair right now. You don't want to do this.
Keep talking.
Sit down in the chair right now.
You don't want to do this.
Okay. Oh gosh, you guys just What is this? A freaking
Now you have to edit it
Netflix
out.
show? Jesus Christ. All right. Then the Titans playing the Texans. This is practically a bye week for the Titans. Not even a game. Texans suck.
Both teams, honestly. I'm gonna take the Titans here. I mean, that's the obvious choice. The Texans suck. They managed to throw every single game. They have a chance of winning. So I'm gonna take Titans here.
Titans versus who?
I'm going Texans.
Well, looks like he's not going to do any better than Presley. So, Giants playing the Seahawks. You know, the Giants have Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, but the Seahawks have Geno Smith and Kenneth Walker. Even though that DK Metcalf went down, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Close game. High score. It's hard. I hate to say it here, but this might be the Giants' second loss this season. I think I have to take Seahawks here.
Both you guys are clowns. I'm taking the Giants.
I'm taking the Giants.
The Commanders are playing the Colts. I mean,
Commanders are really good.
everyone got salty when I said the Commanders would win last week, and look what happened. So, you know what? I mean, I'm taking the Commanders because they have Taylor Heineke.
Even though what Ryan just said seems absolutely ridiculous, I'm taking the Commanders as well. I just don't have faith in the Colts against the Commanders.
Well, I was gonna choose Commanders, but both you guys said it, so I'm taking Colts.
I'm taking Colts.
Rams, 49ers. This one could be a tie.
Oh my god.
I'll call
But
it.
guess what? The Niners are gonna win.
That's some freshman stuff right there.
You are a freshman.
The Rams are gonna win.
Alright. I'm taking the Rams with Cooper Kupp.
I'm taking the Niners. The Rams, they're frauds.
Owen is a Cooper Cup meat writer.
Gee whiz, you're gonna give someone sepsis if you keep touching everyone.
All right, touch my.
Now that the Packers are playing the Bills.
Why are you looking at me, bro?
Bills Mafia.
I'm a Bills
I mean,
fan.
let's be honest. The Packers suck.
So trash.
They're just as bad as the Lions. I mean, this is awful. The Bills are gonna win like
Raiders Nation.
90-0.
Raiders Nation.
For a minute there, I thought Ryan was considering taking the Packers, and I was gonna yell at him, but he took the Bills. The Packers suck. You have Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers. This could be a tie, right? No, the Packers suck. There's no shot that the Packers. If the Packers win this game, $50 to Ryan, because there's no shot that the Packers win, because the Packers suck. They have some pretty decent players, and they somehow manage to throw every single game that they can. So it's the Bills.
Okay, guys. Let's all calm down. I feel like there's a lot of We need to smooth it out.
Owen, you are not Shakira. Shut up and talk.
Calm down. I'm taking the Bills. Cause I hate you.
I'm a Bills fan, bro. What?
Never bet against the Packers.
This is
I'm going
Georgia.
Packers.
This is Georgia.
What?
Right here.
I'm a Bills fan.
Yeah, this is Georgia right here.
The
I'm not
Bengals
a Packers fan.
versus the Browns on Halloween. I mean,
I can
this
wear the Josh Allen jersey.
this is gonna be a spooky game with a lot of scares. I mean, honestly,
You're
I
done.
wouldn't be surprised
You're
if we saw Michael Myers run on the field and during this game.
I'm
I'm taking the
Shut
Bengals. Who they?
Ryan, We need to quiet down here a little bit. But obviously, I'm taking the Bengals. Browns suck. No, obviously, I'm taking the Bengals here. Joe Burrow has scarily good accuracy.
Scarily.
He has scarily good accuracy. So, I gotta take the Bengals.
You said Michael Myers could run on the field? Michael Myers is dead.
Yeah, you need to learn your Halloween movies,
Have you
Ryan.
ever seen Halloween Ends?
No, because I'm not.
Spoiler alert, but he's dead. Anyways, I'm taking the Bengals.
Spoiler: he's coming back in the next movie.
Spoiler, shut up.
Bengals.
All right, and that concludes Inside the Huddle Week 7 Week 7 recap and Week 8 predictions.
We're trying to do the
Evan.
outro.
Caught on camera.
Oh!